Hey everybody, what's going on? Sorry about the time. I'm a little late. Um, hey everybody, what's going on? Sorry about the timing. I'm a little late. Um, I was out being a grown up. Sorry about that. Um, your man Ben. Hey, what's going on, Jukebox? Hot Neil, what's happening? Like I said, sorry about the timing. I was out busy taking care of a couple of things, doing a couple of things, so that's why you got me out here. I'm out on the porch, doing a couple of things. And hey, what's going on, Robert Young, up there in Ohio? Your Buckeyes are having a couple of issues right now. Tommy Beard, what's going on? Everything's pretty cool going on out here tonight. I'm chilling. I'm enjoying Florida. Um, what's good, O'Kill? Welcome to Ghost to the Post, RAIDER ReACTION. George, what's happening? It's a balmy and blissful, I don't know, it's probably in the low 80s, high 70s tonight. Um, Ricardo, what's happening? What's going on, RAIDER ReACTION fam? We are coming to you live from the palatial, a little bit deeper behind enemy lines because Michael, what's happening? We are right now halfway between two enemies and a little bit further north from the third enemy in this state. Um, what's up, George? Greg, what's happening? We are in O-Town, repping Raider Nation, Orlando Raider Nation. This is Raider ReACTION, Goes to the Post. This is your man, Big L, holding it down because, as you were informed, the commish and Mama Mish are out celebrating her transition into the 40 Club. Yes, Ryan, repping that Idaho too, you know. That's where I got my degree. Trina, hey, what's going on, darling? What do I think of Penn taking a pay cut? I think Penn knows what's going on. I think Penn realizes, especially after this weekend's festivities, that Miller is the truth. I mean, even Miller didn't play that long, but the reality of it was when he played up against the first team. First off, Miller's holding call on the touchdown. Hi, Lori. Hey, what's going on, Jose? That holding call was null and void. The thing is, and this is the thing, people want to say the holding call was BS. Yes and no, because at that level, there's something that D linemen do. When they know they're beat, they start spinning. They'll go into a spin or a tuck or whatever. So what that does, because the offensive linemen are allowed to grab your shoulder pads, what that does is it gives off the impression that they're holding. And all that DN did was spin because he was beat. So he started turning, and Miller hasn't played long enough to realize that when that happens, you just let go and start pushing. And what he did was he kept holding on to his shoulder pad. And even though he had already had the cat beat and Marshawn was already into the hole, so he didn't have to keep holding him. You know, he didn't have to keep the grasp on the pads that he had. Hey, Kaylee. Raider Neil, what's happening? He didn't realize that he didn't need to keep engaging in his technique. He kept engaging in the technique, and then when the DN did what he instinctively would do when he was beat, it gave the impression that he was actually holding, which he wasn't. So yeah, when we look at it and we're like, oh, that's a bogus call. But when the referee looks at it, it looks like he's holding, which he wasn't. So yes and no. No, technically he wasn't holding, but by the rule book, he was. And the reality of it is when that's all said and done, by the end of camp, with that tutelage, and now, it's a wrap, y'all. Penn's gonna be on the team. He took the pay cut that he needed. What's up, JD? What's going on, Mandy? He took the pay cut. So with the pay cut, that locks him in. Because if he's going to adjust his money, there ain't no way. He's better than anybody that's going to be at his level making that money in the NFL. Period. So go ahead and erase Donald Penn's name in pencil and put it in ink. He's one of the 53. So, yeah. And Jose, yeah, that wasn't. And Cedric, I mean, look, you know they're trying to free up the money and this and that. And y'all quit reading that 24/7-esque Mac's going to be a Packer. Hey, what's going on? Big Bill Kirby, what's happening? Mac's going to get signed. Y'all need to quit. Mac will come in this week or next week. And even if he doesn't come in till the last week of camp, all he needs to do is be there for the defensive meetings between week 4 of training camp and week 1 of the regular season. Stall on all the Mac panicking. He's not going to be a Packer, and if he is going to be anywhere, it's not going to be for the next 3 years. We got 2 franchise years, and we have him under contract this year. And let me see. What's up, Lines? Zer. Cook. I look at it like this. It's all in the coaching. I mean, when you look at it with the coaching staffs and everything, Connor Cook look way better because he has better coaching. And he's playing with a professional playbook now. Not that speak and spell shit. You want to see how pathetic our playbook was? Did anybody watch the Denver game? It wasn't Downing. No, it was the guy that basically taught Downing. Bill Musgrave. Denver was running the same crap offense that we ran last year. And you see what it did for them. Basically, until the used car salesmen from Minnesota were out there playing defense, they didn't do shit. So, settle down. Cook looked pretty good. Wait till he starts playing against faster and better defensive players before you pass judgment and say that he's better. But this was my analogy as far as week 1 goes. If Cook really is that much better, we just picked up another asset, given this fact. By the end of preseason, we don't need 2 competent backup quarterbacks. We already know EJ is a good backup quarterback. And if Connor Cook has proven that he's a good backup quarterback, or he's improved to be a trustworthy backup quarterback, we just picked up some draft picks because we're going to be able to trade one of them to a team that has no good backup quarterbacks. We all know Seattle comes to mind. Green Bay comes to mind. I don't think Minnesota has anybody they trust. It goes down the line. So, there's draft picks there. So, stop worrying. And, Jose, stop. Worry about Mac in 3 years. He ain't going nowhere. We got franchise tags on him. He's 3 years away from you having to worry. So put down your Pepto-Bismol or whatever. If you jammed up, get a suppository, but quit worrying about dumb shit. Um, oh, and Steven, I'll address this. Musburger wasn't on any broadcast this weekend unless he was on the radio. Everybody that I heard on Raider broadcasts were hacks. The regular season people don't do games in the preseason. JT the Brick was the only person who is our regular sideline reporter during the season. He's not going to be bad. Lincoln Kennedy's not going to be bad because I hear Link all the time. Everybody else, I mean, stop worrying. Yeah, we know Brent's a snooze fest unless you like are getting the line for gambling or you trolling for Scrog out in the stands. Brent will give you the lowdown on the kind tender meat in the stands if you're that kind of guy and you're looking for a 70-year-old man to give you the line on the tender meat in the stands, or you trying to get the lowdown on what's going on the betting line. But other than that, Brent was good for a good fight with Jimmy the Greek back in the day. I don't know if any of y'all remember that, but one day he came on the set with a little shiner and Jimmy the Greek came on the set looking like a pimp. But anyway, I'm doing good, Billy. Oh, kill. Yeah, maybe next week. Like I was saying with Mac, maybe next week. Maybe the week after that. I ain't worried about it. He's in shape, and when he comes in, he's going to be a beast. And that's the thing. What's up, Bobby? What's happening? I'm getting to these late. Jukebox, we're going to see Doug Martin. The people that they already pretty much have a running knowledge of, we're going to see a little bit more this coming week. And then in week 3, it's going to be a dress rehearsal. And in the second half and like in the late third, most of the fourth quarter in week 3, you're going to pretty much see the guys that are going to be in battle trying to make the team. The people that already had their spots locked up, you're going to see them in the first and second quarter. Breaking down the game a little bit. Okay, offense. Connor Cook looked pretty good. O-line, I don't think we're going to have too many issues. We already know that inside 3 are the best. We have the best center guard combination in the NFL. Anybody else want to argue with that? Ladies, I can't tell you what to do. You find whatever you need to do, fit, and do it to them. Guys, whip it out and pee on them, because they're full of shit, and it probably needs to be diluted. So put some X-Lax in their drink when they walk away. Tackle wise, Miller looked good. The other cat on the other side didn't look bad either. I mean, throughout that whole game, Miller gave up one pressure the whole time he was in. Our wide receiver game, it's kind of hard to test because, I mean, Cooper was in there for a hot second. Bryant, they had him playing because, he was kind of dinged up a little bit in practice, so he played more. Jordy's Jordy. I mean, Jordy came in there and did his business and was out. So did Cooper. David Carr came in there, did his thing, and was out. Tight ends, we ain't got nothing to worry about. I mean, Cook did his thing, and then like everybody was like getting all excited. There was a couple of guys in the nation that were in the Orlando Raider nation that were talking a little bit crazy about offense this, offense that. Y'all basing that off of that Mickey Mouse ass speak and spell preschool developmental bullshit that we've been doing the last 2-3 years. We got a whole new offense. Do you honestly think that our offense got put out there for everybody to see? I mean, just with the vanilla shit we were doing whatever we needed to do. Beast came out there, 1 carry. His 1 carry. I'm ready. The offensive coaches was like, okay, he good. Let's go put him on ice. We don't need to put no more miles on them tires than he just showed he's ready. He pulled away from a safety, and he's 32 years old. Okay, put him on ice. Washington, he did what he always does. Richard, now, Jalen was out there playing like his paycheck depended on it. I liked that. Now, some of y'all not old enough to remember. Everybody was like, oh, Chris Warren's running like Bo. Oh, Chris Warren's running like McFadden. Chris Warren doing that. Look, Chris Warren was running like his father. His father was also 6'3", 250 pounds. His father was a beast, a monster, 3-time Pro Bowler. Did most of his business up in the Northwest, where he was a Pro Bowler for the Seahawks. Chris Warren's making this football team. Chris Warren is also why Washington and Richard are available. More draft picks. 1 or 2 of them is going to get traded. In 2 years, when whenever Beast finally decides to say, I'm done, I'm ready to go out here, I've done my thing. Y'all got a taste of what Gruden wants to be the face of this running game. Warren's going to be Beast Mode's replacement. Period. And that's what's going to run this running game until his wheels fall off, and then they'll start looking for somebody else. So that's what y'all can pretty much look forward to. He's young. He's strong. His hands are all right. But, we're going to be running, 5 receiver sets. Meaning, our fullback's going to be, everybody talks about Warren catching the ball. The fullback is going to be the primary receiver out of our backfield. It's going to shock the hell out of people if our running back gets the ball. It's going to shock people more if the fullback gets the ball. We're going to be running 2 tight end sets in passing situations. So when we come out in a 2 tight end set in a running situation, that doesn't mean we're going to run the ball, because we're going to have see, if you can't catch the ball as a blocking tight end, you're not going to make the team. Because our offense is going to predicate the fact that you have to be able to catch the ball in all situations. That's why big kid out of Oklahoma State, Axman, he's so important. And he had an okay game. But that was because he was out there, and they weren't focusing on him. They were focusing on getting Warren acclimated. If you didn't notice that, they were giving him the workload. I mean, Martin was out there for like a hot second, and people were talking about, I'm not happy with him. I'm like, man, fuck you. He wasn't out there for you to be happy. He was out there just to get a couple of reps. Richard was out there to see, okay, are you going to be the change of pace back? Because Washington is not enough of a change of a pace. Richard is the change of pace back. Washington is a spell back. Martin will be the change of pace. Warren is the relief back. Because imagine, okay, Beast goes in there 4 or 5 plays punching you in the mouth, and then you bring Warren in? Martin's in there doing his thing, pinball, bounce back, bop, 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 bop. Then you bring Richard in, bop, 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 bop. Okay, you have 2 backs, 2, that do the same thing, each. That's why I've been saying since the offseason of last year, Washington may be the odd man out, because he doesn't do either one of them excessively well. Richard gets his fumble thing out of the way, and you relieve him of his kick return duties. I don't know, but y'all saw Al Bundy's boy, Griff, got a nice return situation, and he can catch. So don't be surprised if you see a popular Raider holdover like Roberts out of a job, because he didn't look that good. And that was the week 1 situation. And O'Kel, I don't know if EJ's the move or not, but you know what? Carr's back is stronger. He's a year removed from that knee, so he may actually decide to go ahead and get mobile. And we don't have dumbass coaches that are going to leave him in the game in a 38-point blowout either. So EJ might not be... We're not looking for EJ to be the move. We're looking for him to clean up. And that's it. And yeah, Bobby, all we're looking for right now, when we're talking about the names and what I'm talking about, on offense, we're just looking for trade bait. Now, the Denver game, Trina, the Denver game, what's up, Mark Anthony? The Denver game was actually fun to watch because it was a train wreck. It was an absolute fucking... Denver was a joke. They spent all that money on Case Steelam because he's stealing a paycheck just like the rest of it. I don't know. Since Mr. Ed, I think their quarterback position has been cursed. Because basically you go under the center in Denver and you come out shit. It's been kind of funny because, you know, I posted on the page the other day and then reposted it today. They got a GoFundMe page to get rid of Paxton Lynch. Now, until he got up into that mile-high air, he had promise. He went up there, and now he plays like a Bronco. Ass backwards and crooked. Keenum went up there and completed one pass. I mean, I guess you got to give, you know, Paxton Lynch credit. He completed some, but he only threw for 22 yards. That's kind of sad. It's even embarrassing. It's pretty fucked up. But hey, they got $50 in the GoFundMe page to buy out his contract, so who knows? So that's kind of special. Our defense. The defense, I think, looked pretty decent. The rookies, it did it again. See, it did it again. And again, there's a ghost pushing the buttons on the camera. Oh, the Rams aren't going to show anything. Don't worry about that. But our defense didn't look bad. The rookies, dude. Hey, Miss Leslie. Our defense looked amazing. I can't say amazing because all the parts weren't there. But the defense was, I'm going to put it just, we got, we by the end of the season, all these naysayers and everybody that talked shit about us all off season, they're going to be eating a whole lot of crow. Our rookies, our D tackles that started the game, they were beastly. Yeah. Our why did you pick him offensive tackle? He held his own. Our 5th round cornerback out of Wisconsin. Yeah. Did anybody notice he was in on a lot of plays? And, oh yeah, Azim Victor. There are a lot of times where he was up the quarterback's ass like a suppository. He only got to him a couple of times to break up passes, and I think he may have got one sack. But yeah, he was real active and busy. Key didn't play, but there were a lot. There was a lot of youth being represented. A lot of youth being represented on that defense. Now, old ass Reggie, he was out there because a lot of youth. And somebody said something earlier in my feed about Obi. Obi's about to be a precautionary tale of what not to do. Don't come into camp not healthy. Don't come into camp not stretched out. Hot Neil, don't ask me about them cheating bitches. Don't get me started. I'm outside. I could get in trouble. I'm trying to be good. See, you noticed I haven't said too many of the 7 no-nos, but you're going to get me right back on the block in the cussing if you want me to talk about the motherfucking Patriots. See, that's my first motherfucker tonight. And see, you said Patriots, I say motherfucker. It's like, you know, I don't know what to say, man. I mean, you make it. It's yeah, Cheatriot. I mean, what is there to say about him other than they've been shitty way longer than they've been good? But millennial fucks, their bandwagon just doesn't know that. See, I was talking, and see, okay. Since we're outside, let's gather around the fire. Fireside chat with Uncle L. The next time you run into one of those bandwagon motherfucking Patriot fans, ask them 3 questions. Who is Steve Grogan? Ask them, who is John Hanna? Then ask them, who was the quarterback in the Super Bowl against the Bears? Because if they can't answer you, they're not a real Patriot fan. Because that lets you know they're a bandwagon bitch that has no history or no knowledge of the fucking Patriots. I hate the fucking Patriots. Steve Grogan, one of the toughest men to ever play in the NFL. This motherfucker played with a broken neck. Steve Grogan broke his neck. Put on a neck brace. And went on the field and played quarterback with a broken neck. You got motherfuckers that won't go out there and play with a broken finger. He played quarterback with a broken neck. John Hanna, he's the greatest offensive lineman that they've ever had. And for the longest time, he was their only Hall of Famer. As a matter of fact, he still might be their only Hall of Famer. Why do I know that? Because I'm a football fan. One. Two, he went to USC, as did their fullback Mosi Tutupu back in the day, back when he played for that Super Bowl team. And because Steve Grogan had a broken neck and finally they had to fuse it together with surgery, their starting quarterback in the Super Bowl was Tony Eason. And I had a teammate that played on that team. His name, it's kind of funny, was Smiley Cresswell. He was a defensive end. Yeah, he played for New England when they got their asses stomped. Except when I played with him, we called him Smokey Crenshaw. But, you know, so that, see, normally our fireside chats are sexual and something's really ignorant, but you know, season's approaching, so Uncle L's trying to be a good boy. We'll see how long that lasts, but it's Mama Misha's birthday, so in honor of her, I'm making sure that our chat is somewhat tasteful. So, yeah, and I altered the hairstyle. You know, new year, fresh start. Yeah, they cheated all the time, but you know what? Cheaters never prosper. Because you see the Super Bowl that they could have submitted a legacy in, they got beat. Now their legacy will always be that they cheated. And they don't have one legitimate Super Bowl win because they're all tied to something where they were tainted. The one that would not have been tied to any tainted BS or controversy, they lost. So, I am nice, hot Neil. The rest of the league. Fuck the rest of the league. I mean, we got to keep an eye on our competitors, but the Chargers kept sucking. It was nice to see a few of them get hurt. The Chiefs are still a hot mess. That's always positive. Let's see. The Eagles got their tail feathers blown off by Pittsburgh, no doubt. Look, PJ looked like a monster. PJ more than you know, justified his draft pick. You know, hey Norman, what's going on? Where you at in Hawaii? Nah. Norman, no. See, don't believe all that crap you're reading. Khalil's not going anywhere. And this is my thing. Like I said, look, them Jaguars, they ain't got nothing. Trust me, it's Jacksonville. There ain't nothing else better to do up there than to fight themselves. There's nothing else to do. Oh, Norman, you on Oahu. So you know my boy Mo. He's been over there for probably about 6 months. He was at the watch party with you guys the other night. I'm in Orlando where he came from. Much love to you guys. Aloha. But like I was saying earlier, man, Mac's with us. And he's not going anywhere for at least 3 years because we got 2 franchise tags on him for the next 2 years. And he's under contract this year. He's just trying to restructure. He's trying to get his contract signed this year so he's not playing on the 5th year of his rookie contract. Penn restructured his deal. That frees up money. And to me, honestly, you know, like I had posted this on the page in response to somebody earlier. But his team, I don't know if it's him, his agent, or whoever, but they're stupid. Why would you want so much upfront money while you're an employee in the state of California. Because you're going to get your federal tax taken out no matter where you work in America. But if you sign a big bonus and all this upfront cash, California's going to get a big ass bite out of you. Reggie is trying to structure the contract where it's backloaded. Yeah, that's going to benefit the Raiders a little bit more. But if the cash is backloaded, or you sign like a 2-year contract instead of like a 5-year contract, or you sign like the 5-year contract, but you sign it with like the option to restructure it in 2 years, you're in Las Vegas. Nevada doesn't have a state tax, which will turn because a $50 million contract in California, or what is he asking for? $200 million? A $200 million contract in California is actually like $90 million after taxes and everything. A $200 million contract in Nevada is actually like, after taxes and everything, like $160 million. So why lose $50 million just because you want money up front? It's stupid. Yeah, and I saw that thing about the Pittsburgh Steelers deflating balls. I mean, to be honest with you, I wish my balls were deflated. They're kind of full right now. But, hey, it is what it is. Some people have all the luck. See, Leslie said it. She lives in Las Vegas. There's no tax. So why not be forward thinking? No matter where he goes, okay, these are the states where he could go and not worry about getting taxed. Florida, which still, that amazes you why the Dolphins, the Jaguars, and the Bucks suck. Because all the players could have, they would enjoy a 0 state tax. The Cowboys and the Texans. Because Texas also enjoys no tax. And Nevada, now that the Raiders are moving there, have the the 0 state tax as well. Everywhere else, sorry, that wasn't the Fast and the Furious. I don't know if that was the Asian and the Angry or the Mexican and the Fleeing. Call me kooky. I just don't know. And that's the other thing. Okay, Miami's a party city. But Miami's a party city. What the hell is Las Vegas? No, that didn't sound like a Honda. That sounds like something that my grandson winds up and chases across the living room. Or it sounds like me in the bathroom after a really, really, really good Mexican or Indian dinner. I have a great vibrato in the toilet. Just, I guess what I'm saying is my asshole sings. Nah, Oak Hill, that was not a truck. No. I mean, you see all the lights on that thing? It looked like a rolling disco platform. I mean, I think I saw John Travolta slipping on it. But, I think we look good. The corners looked good, which is another reason why I'm like, it would be fabulous if Garyon would get you know, whatever's ailing him done and get out on the field. Oh, but this was something that was interesting. Y'all see what happened at Giants camp today? Saquon. I mean, did you see all the brown stains in all the executive and coaches' pants when he pulled up limping and hobbling? I'm telling you, it's a Penn State running back curse. No matter how good they look in college, when they get to the pros, I give them 2 years. I mean, even as good as Kurt Warner was, but this was back in the day when a torn ACL was the kiss of death. Warner was a monster in Seattle for like 4 years, but he tore his ACL and he was done. That was in the mid 80s. But think about it. Blair Thomas, hack. Name another Penn State running back after Franco Harris that was worth a hill of garbage. Okay, see, I think that was a Ford Focus. But yeah, they said it was a hamstring. See, I know that hurt Bobby to type. Kijana Carter. Did he even make it to week 1? Actually, I think he had 2 good games and then he tore something. Hey, Jasmine, if you're on Oahu, there's a Raider fan group called 808 State. Look them up, or actually go to the Raider Reaction page. Hit us up, and I'll put you in contact with my friend over there, and they can get you the information to where their watch parties are, the fan club over there on Oahu, so you won't be left out by yourself, okay? Go ahead and hit us up, and I'll get that. Oh, there he is right there. Yo, my brother Mo. Mo, look above you. Her name is Jasmine Hubbard Young, and she's on Oahu too, but does not know where you guys are located for the watch parties and everything. Aloha, Mo. But yeah, look up in the comments. She's on Oahu and wants to know about the watch parties on Oahu. Yeah, but that's the Redskins and the Jets fighting. I mean, come on. That's like 2 toddlers fighting over the same teething ring. It's. I mean, that's. I mean, that's like 2 49er fans sword fighting in the shower. Oh, you're trying to get a. I tell you what, Andrew, we can try to. I don't know. I can talk to the people down here, and we can try to put you in touch with people that might be able to help you locate people up in Michigan to help you guys get a Michigan Raider Nation stable going. Look, I don't know what PJ stands for, but I tell you what, PJ, out of all the rookies that were playing, PJ, I think, was the most impressive. The cornerback wasn't bad either, but PJ and Hurst, they were truthful. Akeem Victor, he wasn't bad. All of our rookies did play well. Yeah. I mean, Miles Jack need to sit down and be quiet. I mean, because he really ain't done too much since he been out of school. Jalen Ramsey, it's kind of funny because at this point, I don't know if I would have Jalen Ramsey on the field for preseason games anyway. I'd find a reason to suspend him for 2 more preseason games. I'd let him play in the 3rd one, but I'd suspend him this week, let him play the next week, and suspend him for that 4th one. Because he's their most, I think arguably, he may be their most important defender. So I wouldn't want him on the field, no way. But I was just going to say, I'm looking here, and I gave y'all a little bit extra time. Miss Leslie, good night. And from all of us here at Raider Reaction, and oh, y'all, if y'all know anybody that's looking for us, are looking to sponsor or would like their, business to be sponsored on the net to reach thousands and thousands and thousands, tell them to look us up on RAIDER ReACTION. We have sponsorships now. Don't forget, we have the... See, I wrote them down and I forgot them. But I know one is Angria Trask, one of our... See, I'm messing this up. So you know what? I am going to pull the plug and bounce. And we will post it. I will post it after I get done on the page of all of our sponsors. I love y'all. Thank you for watching. We love you. Our punter did look great. And you know what? By the time we play Denver, Donquet Queen, he may be on the IR because he might have torn the hip flexor in his leg because of all the kicking he's going to do. Anyway, y'all, we love y'all. We do this for you. We love the nation, but we do this for you. And we thank you so very much for tuning in, for watching. I love you. And happy birthday, Mama Mish. Y'all show her some love. We thank you. Peace. Much love. RAIDER ReACTION will be back on, hot, fresh, and new. Y'all see the commish tomorrow. And then we'll have that goes to the post Wednesday. Don't forget Captain Jack. And don't forget, Ask the Captain, Sunday nights, 10 o'clock. And Captain and Commish will be on Thursdays. Don't forget, Black Friday. And there's this little thing going on about 4 o'clock on Saturday. I think it's a Raider game. And 30 minutes before the game, come check us out. Lines, be nice. Raider Nation for life. Been here since I was 6. And I'm going to be here till I'm deep sixed. It's going to be 9 o'clock. Oh, that might be where you are. But I know he comes on and he does his thing. And don't forget to call in. And don't forget to check out Angria's podcast. And like I said, I'll post all of our sponsors here as soon as I get off of here. We love y'all. Peace. Love. Raider Nation.